Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23 and it is now time for round 4 of the Ace Academy Cup right here in MotoGP 23. I'm riding with the VR46 Mooney Ducati. Sergio 23 is my teammate. If you've been following the series so far, then you know that the races have been very entertaining and very solid. I would like to say they were being close, but unfortunately not so much. Sepang Malaysia and we've had VSEC and a few other riders as well have been very fast, so it's been difficult to contend with the competition we've had so far in this cup. Nonetheless, we've now gone to a circuit which is going to be difficult. I particularly don't really enjoy the circuit of the Sepang, and you know what? I think that's down to my lack of skill. Maybe if I was better at this track, maybe I'd enjoy it a bit more, but honestly, I am a little bit concerned that I am not going to do well in today's races. Of course, we do have the sprint coming up immediately after this qualifying, and then we'll have the race. But Sepang Malaysia, Jakey and Charlie look to be well on it, so I'll be keeping an eye out for all three of those in the sprint and even in the race. Qualifying for me right now is not looking too good. Possibly get onto the front row if we get this right, but to be honest, I think Charlie's pace is better than mine right now, so I've got to keep an eye on that, as Sepang Malaysia has a very rare crash in the opening stages of today's qualifying, or at least the middle stages of the qualifying. I actually had a shocker in this qualifying so far. I had quite a few crashes. I keep making mistakes. It's not going well for me. It really isn't. So I think it'll be a lap, and then I'll see if I can do some better laps after it. But to be honest with you, I am not hopeful for this Grand Prix here today. But I hope the most we should get past Gilzo. And yet again, I've made another mistake going into turn 15. I just cannot get this corner right. Everywhere I think I'm going right just tends to make it worse. So across the line, we will go up to 5th, 4th. Yeah, we'll go up to 4th. Not bad, I guess. So unfortunately, only the one decent lap time for me. So there you can see on screen, all 13 riders taking part in today's races are as thus: Sepang Malaysia and pole, Jakey into second there with 7 tenths behind, Quesadilla dispossessing Charlie from third, and I'll start from the second row. So then, boys and girls, I am not hopeful for this one, so keep your fingers and toes crossed for the doctor. Fingers crossed. Honestly, I have really no idea how it's going to go with this one, but I'm just going to give it my absolute best possible chance. Just go for it. Full throttle, full power, let's do it. So in the practice I had a small slip up in the straight there, so I'm going to go really gentle on the acceleration and still span up the rear. I can't believe that. I had a practice not long ago with the Aces and I had a decent start, but I noticed I still span the rear, so I actually went even more gentle upon the acceleration there. Goodness me, someone's gone really wide there. Was that Quesadilla who went over to back into Malaysia, probably over to Kuala Lumpur? Oh, a little bit of a lag spike there as I bumped into the side of Gilzo. Apologies to the number 98, he's desperate to get through. Usually the man with the number 46, of course, but out of respect for the great Valentino Rossi is rocking the number 98 instead of the 46. But look at Fox Knight, really laggy, really nervous on that bike there. Repsol Honda bouncing and weaving going into turn 4. Here goes Cheshire Charlie, the young man up into third place. Good position for him. It'll be his, second podium this season if he stays where he is right now. Hopefully I can have something to say about that. Sepang Malaysia got the dream launch. Fox Knight goes in a bit deep. Trying to go around the outside, it's not going to work, so Charlie gets the position back. Oh, Gilzo got close in there as well, lifting me up temporarily as we go onto the brakes for the difficult turn 9. Now into the tight apex. Fox Knight's a little bit deep. Will is really nervous on that bike. He's shaking and trembling on that Repsol Honda. No idea what is going on with the lag in this one, but I'm going to have to try and get past him now before the connection really ends up messing up our race. This is actually a cracking lobby. We actually stayed in the same lobby here because we had 5 full bars. Doesn't happen very often that. We usually get a terrible connection, so this is fantastic. This is really solid for us. Took a bit of a gamble with the soft rear. It will get hot, but without there being any tyre wear, we should be sufficient for the entirety of this race. Sepang Malaysia in the lead now, 2 seconds clear from the rest of us. I've messed it up again into turn 15. I've got to improve in this final corner. Oh, Fox Knight, no! Massive collision with Will as he hits me there. Oh my god, the collection! Oh no! The old lag spike. It got me. It got me good. Oh no, he must have made the same mistake as I did into turn 15. I completely blew it. That's why I try and avoid going that wide at apex, but unfortunately hitting me basically dead on. I think he also made a mistake on the brakes. Oh, that's a shocker. I kind of knew it when I accelerated when we started as well that that Will and I were going to tangle on the, you know, when we respawn and we both respawn into each other. You know that was going to happen. Ah, damn it. Alright, and back to the drawing board, guys and girls. We've got to try and figure out how we can get some decent points. But I do fear now, as you can see in the bottom right corner of your screen, that is the championship standings before the start of this sprint. Sepang Meerkat, as it stands, is going to take 12 points away from me, which means, as long as he finishes in a decent spot in the race, he's pretty much signed, sealed, and delivered the DrAce Cup. Which, to be honest, I think a lot of us thought Sepang Meerkat would do that. He does tend to win a lot of the Ace Academy Cups. Certainly no stranger to the gold and silverware, let's say. So up on the inside of Shotix, we go for a lovely clean move into clear. Clear away from Shotix now, and hopefully attack up to where Gilzo and Potato are. Number 25 is ahead of number 98. Something happened to Gilzo as well, it seems, because he was right behind me when Fox Knight collected me. So what happened to Gilzo? He must have been taken out as well somewhere along the line, and I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if it was the same corner, because I didn't see him in the corner when we crashed. I don't know. I'm really not sure, but as it stands, we're 1.7 seconds behind Gilzo. In turn, he's going to be the same position as Potato, as he's there neck and neck with the Aprilia bikes. Good clean move from Gilzo, diving up at the inside. Kind of messed it up again going into that left-hander. Yellow flags are out. Someone's gone down in the back of the grid there. Would that be Cotterax? Could quite possibly be. Myself, Shotix and Fox Knight there. Fox Knight now goes up to 10th. Potato up on the inside of Gilzo, trying to get through. Bit of contact going into the first corner. Now into turn 2. More contact between the pair of them. I need to try and get on through safely before we all get collected here with a bit of a battle. Power setting 2 it is then, because I just have no confidence with power setting 3 within this circuit. I'd rather just run power 2. I really would. This event has gone as bad as I thought it would be for me, to be honest. This has not gone well. Onto the long left-hand side. As Gilzo mentioned, you can basically cook your dinner in some of these long corners. Oh, Potato very wide there. I'll go for the tight apex then, thank you very much. Clean as you like. Going into the right-hander. Now onto the right for turn 7. Good lord, that's an aggressive lunge. It's not going to work. He's going to crash. Oh, he stayed on. Beautifully done for Potato. The newest DrAce channel member. Nicely done. Well done for staying on board, mate. That was scary. Cleverly done as well, actually. Thought he was going to go for that lunge and make it stick. I mean, fair play. Looked a bit aggressive, but if it stuck, then he can't go mad at that. Shame it didn't. As we now go, oh, careful on that apex for turn 11. You get caught on there, it's usually good night Vienna, so it's a surprise I was able to stay on the bike there. But if there's one man I very much enjoy racing, it's certainly this man here. He always beats me, always has the upper hand on me when we race. Thankfully now we've finally got an opportunity to at least tie things up. I don't know about tying things up, I think he's like 8-1 to Gilzo. Certainly beat me more times than I've beaten him in the past. Not going to go for the lunge yet, not particularly confident to go for that dive, so I'll wait and hopefully get some power on as we exit the left-hand side. Still avoiding the ride height device. Did have a chat with Sergio about using it, but I just didn't put any practice in to try it yet. So around the outside of Gilzo, do we have it going into turn 1? Are we still very much there? Give him a bit of space and then try and dive on through. This is a tough spot because he might go for the lunge here. Give him some space. Oh, he didn't. Kind of, but he didn't go for the lunge I was expecting. Nice and clean from the Irishman. Good job. Gilzo just playing it fair. Clean. I like that. Is he going to go for the lunge now into the right-hander? I am quite weak here, to be quite honest with you, so no, it doesn't look like he has. But he'll try and stay with me now, and if anything happens ahead of us, Quesadilla and maybe Wiggly Boy have a collision, we could get some extra positions, but as it stands, I think that's it. So it should be Meerkat, Jakey, Charlie's teammate Sergio should be in 4th. Wiggly Boy's gone down. Is this going to give us a chance? He's there on the circuit, so I'm going to try and get through on him. Hopefully we don't get too close. Oh, we got really close there. I thought he'd have more acceleration coming out to that corner, but sadly it did not. So Wiggly then goes between myself and Gilzo. Quesadilla is up to 5th. Sergio 23, my teammate, is up to 4th. This will be the first time I think that Sergio will finish ahead of me now. So beautifully done for the number 23, keeping out of trouble. Very much like me, Sergio, in this circuit. We just can't get on with it. Just doesn't work. Everything we seem to try just doesn't feel comfortable, not really finding the rhythm, finding the limit, finding the groove. Yeah, it's not for me, this circuit. It doesn't suit my style at all. Not even close. I can't even say I enjoy the circuit as well, which is a bad thing. One into the left-hand side for turn 15. Tighter line this time. Did that work out? Maybe? I'll have to try and adopt that strategy from now on now. It's a bit better on the brakes. So we are improving eventually. Just took its time to get better at this circuit. Gilzo now through on Wiggly Boy as well, so that's a 7th place for him. And now on to the left-hand side for the second corner. Excuse me, the throat is getting a bit tickly tonight. On to the right-hand side for 3. Still kind of in the delta here, just not enough to really improve my lap time to catch up to Quesadilla, but if we can improve and get a bit of momentum going for the sprint, for the race, excuse me, then I'll feel a little bit better. Still very much undecided on what I'm going to run in the race. Definitely going to have to be a hard front though, I think that's a guarantee. I was even considering running the soft front for this sprint, but clearly the soft gets too hot too quick. Helpful for a few laps, but once, probably the first, second lap, it's gone. So it's nothing to really get excited about using the soft front here, but onto the brakes underneath the Michelin sign. 16 seconds is the gap to Sacred Meerkat. Can't see us catching up that anytime soon. But the number 29, oh excuse me, he's changed over now to a 93 of course, is looking at, what, a 9-point lead ahead of me now? He's taken 9 points away from me in this cup. Yeah, I think this is Sacred Meerkats this weekend. There's nothing I can do. The guy's putting in 152s. Yeah, he's too good. Damn too good. But as it stands, Meerkat is into the final corner. He's just crossing the line now for yet again another sprint victory. Jakey, new to the championship, will take 2nd place, number 25. And it looks like Charlie will hold on to 3rd place. But my teammate Sergio very close to his first podium this season. Quesadilla over the line in 5th, and then myself in a very lonely and disappointing, was it 5th or 6th? I don't know. I guess it didn't even matter anymore. I think it was 6th place, but it was bad. Disappointing. Really disappointed. But we still have the race. Stay tuned for more. So confirmation on your screens then, boys and girls. Meerkat, fastest man on circuit. Oh, in fact, he won the sprint, but Jakey was the fastest man on track. Quick look down to see everyone else in the grid. 6th place for me. Disappointing, but it is what it is. When you get taken out, there's not much you can do. Just keep your chin up and get ready for the race, and let battle commence once more. It's race time. Let's see what we can do. Meerkat in pole. Positions of the grid is as follows from the sprint. Let's see what we can produce now. This time we've got the hard front, the soft rear. That could be a gamble, but I need it to go for it. I don't like the medium rear, so nice and gentle on acceleration. Hopefully get a better start. A little bit, but not good. I don't know what's up with the online starts here. That's exactly what I do with the KTM and career mode, and it starts very well. But here as it stands, not looking too promising. Gilzo doing his favourite endo there as Charlie goes into the distance. I think it's Charlie. Can't see Quesadilla, so I'm assuming it's him. Oh, big contact with one of the Aprilias there. Oh, Wiggly Boy sends Fox Knight to the distance, and Sergio's going to get sandwiched in between into turn 3 as the pair of them, the trio, battling it out in the early stage of this race. Wow. That was a scary start, and myself up to more or less where I wanted to be. Jakey sends a lunge, Chris Ryder-esque, going into turn 4. Dangerous stuff from the Yamaha man, and that's given me a chance to hopefully get the lead into the left-hand side. I could go for it, but do I really want to risk a move that's going to really punt Sacred Meerkat wide? I don't think that's a good idea in the early stages of this race. I'm going to try and follow him, get away from the riffraff and the pack, and hopefully... I should not have downshifted there, that's my mistake, apologies, but hopefully I can stay with Sacred Meerkat just so he drags me along until my soft rear tyres begins to give way. We're still with the 93, not sure what tyre he's gone for. I don't think I'll be close enough to see. Maybe. No, I'm not close enough, but he is pulling away already. I just don't have any confidence in these corners. Oh, Jakey was really close. I can guarantee that he's got the hard front. I could see the yellow banding on the Yamaha. He was that close to me a second ago. Brilliantly closed up against him, I guess. But now onto the right-hand side. Meerkat's going for that wider line. Me going for the tighter one. I might be able to close in here, but I can't get the power on. That's the problem with my entrance into that corner. I've got to fix that. Because look how much time we're losing on the straights. It's one of the most important corners, and this one being the second most important, if not the most important corner. As Meerkat makes a small mistake going deep. I'll go for the tighter apex, but wow, look at that acceleration. GP23 certainly begats the 22. Wow, what a slaughter line that was. He's already pulled about 0.8 of a second on me in just that line. Wow, that's impressive. Well, into turn 1 then. Oh, I've opened the door for Jakey. What tyre has he got? I'm actually looking to see what he's got now. Don't get much chance to look, but I'm curious to see if anyone went for it, because I know Jakey said that the soft will not last in a race situation. But I had such little confidence with the medium that I just decided to take the gamble. Oh, here comes Jakey. He's up on the inside. Clean as you like, but I'll go for the tight apex and hopefully regain the position. Should have it, but he's going tight to the apex. That's the line I usually favour going into turn 5. Can I just stay ahead of him a bit longer, though? Certainly can. Desperately holding on to this podium position. I know I can still get the third, but if I can just stay with them. Oh, Jakey goes over the inside. Oh, it's a late one. It's clean enough. Looking like Potato in the sprint. Clearly a fan favourite overtake spot on me there, isn't it? Jakey got me here into turn 9 earlier on. Made a clip of it as well as he goes for that lunge again. Still defending, just holding on as I've just touched the apex. That has cost me a massive amount of time. Oh, this could be it. I don't think I've got the pace to get ahead of him going into those final 2 corners. I know Jakey will be desperate to catch back up to Sacred Meerkat as I got really close to the rear tyre there. First track limit warning coming in so far as we go for the tight line again. Can I get through on the Yamaha? Bit of a wheelie as well. Still struggling with a wheelie here in Malaysia. Should use the ride-out device, but I just find it loses me so much time and I have no stability under the brakes when using it. But into the left-hander then, going for that tighter line. Is it going to work? Clearly not. Look how much time we lose. I just can't get those final 2 corners correct. Just too much for me. I just can't figure it out. I need to spend a lot more time here. You could probably tell me what I'm doing wrong and I still won't figure it out. Just doesn't feel good to me, this circuit. And in a corner where it restricts you from moving in, I always find it very difficult. As Quesadilla has gone down. That's a rare crash for him. Not been the Grand Prix return I thought. Of course, he missed the sprint last time out and then came back for the full race. But here, for the full weekend, it's not gone as planned for Casey. Bit deep there for me for turn 4, but as it is, Meerkat's got the 2.5 second lead. I think I held Jakey up too long for him to be efficient now in attacking Meerkat. I don't think Jakey will be pleased, but I had to try and give it everything I had to keep on to that second, but clearly nothing worked, so Jakey was too superior in this one, so hopefully maybe in Valencia I could fight back, but as it stands, just keep on pushing. But those chances of me getting that first victory in this cup are seeming to be slipping away. Had some decent chances so far, but nothing particularly gifted. And there is the championship standings on the right hand side. There is your DrAce Cup standings. That is the standings from the end of Mugello on the previous round. So with Meerkat taking 9 points away from me in the sprint, and now he's going to take a further 9, I'd probably assume that that is it. I haven't got the mental strength right now to work that out, but I believe that that is over. I will be able to fight for second. Rather fortunate since VSEC quit halfway through, so I could still take second, but yeah, not bad I guess. Finishing runner-up to Sacred Meerkat is certainly nothing to be too concerned about. There's certainly a decent performance on my behalf. Oh, that rear tyre is getting a bit warm. That was a bit scary coming out to the left-hand side there across the line. It is the identical lap time. So with that spin, actually put us back into the 155s. So a lap time of Meerkat in the qualifying, just to put it in perspective, is a 152 something, I think. A 153.6 is still miles quicker than me. Oh, and again, we're struggling so much to keep that rear tyre in check. We're only on the 4th lap. We need to just be a little bit more gentle on the acceleration now. It's so slippy now. It feels good on the right hand side of the tyre, but that left hand side, my god, it's red hot. Is this an asymmetric tyre? I can't understand why the right-hand side is so much better than the left. The left is just blown up. I'm expecting soon then, if this continues for me and I keep losing time, Sergio 23 will catch me. And I'll be happy with that because it's my teammate, but at the same time I'll be gutted to drop another podium. I've not finished a race weekend where I've not finished on the podium in either of the sprint or the race. This would be really disappointing if I can't get it done now. Oh, Gilzo's gone down, that's a shame. He was had a decent weekend, even though he's not a big fan of this Grand Prix track like we aren't. He's had a good one, and I've got to give him credit for that. And Gilzo, not particularly the biggest MotoGP 23 fan, but he's certainly getting into things. But as it is for now, the tyre is just feeling worse and worse. Sergio's closing in. I've got to stop looking at that gap though and just focus on what I'm doing here because I'm losing a tremendous amount of time. This is going to get scary. This is going to get a little bit worrying now. I'll keep on churning out the lap times and hopefully I can just hold on. But it's... I don't know. We've lost 1.1 seconds on that lap. Again, as I say, the right-hand side of the tyre feels fantastic. Really, really solid. But this left-hand side is struggling so much. Coincidentally, the front is the opposite. I'm a little bit confused on that. The front tyre on the right-hand side has taken a big chunk out of it. But the left-hand side and the fat part of the tyre, the middle, are much better on the hard front compared to the rear. I don't understand that. I understand the hard and soft difference, of course, but I don't understand why the tyres have been affected different sides. It must be that it's asymmetric. I'd have to look into it, but right now, I have no idea why. Just caught a glimpse there. Cheshire Charlie, number 66, of course. The team's championship still very much on. Him and Quesadilla pairing up together. They're closing in for the second in the team's championship, so if we don't hold it together, which I think Sergio's got it, it's just me now, I'm going to keep going backwards if I'm not careful. I knew the soft tyre would eventually drop, but I wasn't expecting it to drop that fast. I should have been a bit more gentle. The goal for me was just to get out to the front, fight with Meerkat and Jakey, stay with them as long as I possibly could. And that way, I'd have enough tyre just to hold on to the end of the race. I have been able to pull a bit of a gap on Sergio now, so maybe everyone else's tyres are struggling. I can't imagine Sergio or anyone else going for the soft rear. I think that's only my stupidity to do that. But maybe he's gone for it as well, I don't know. Onto the left-hand side for 15, steady. Goodness me. That was a bit scary. Again, feeling a bit weak on the left-hand side. But as it, you know what? It's felt pretty decent on this lap compared to the others. This has not felt too bad. 55.9 back into the 55s with a very worn soft rear tyre. 0.2 of a second. Second, very close to being... well, it's a positive delta now, so things aren't looking too bad. Maybe we've just tourniqueted our bleeding. Is that the right tourniquet when you when you bandage up and pat? Yeah, you know what I mean. The adjectives aren't working well, or similes, or whatever the hell it is. It's hard enough as it is. Really close to touching the outside of the circuit there. Touch that there, and that's it. Instant track limit warning. Very fortunate to get away with that. Bike doesn't feel that bad, you know. It's just the rear tyre on the left-hand side is very slippy. But everywhere else, it's actually not that bad. If only there was more right-hand sides. Onto the power then. Let's try and get it right on the brakes, going underneath the Michelin sign, braking as late as we dare. That's a bit deep, that is deep. That's cost me a little bit of time there. Oh, track limit warning. Didn't really feel that warranted the track limit warning, but yeah, okay, rules are rules, I guess. That's what, the third time this season I've been done by a track limit warning that seems very unfair. Now I need to be on my utmost best behaviour to make sure that we don't get a long lap penalty, because look at that long lap loop. Look how long it is. Don't stand a chance. If you get a long lap penalty here, just take the 3 seconds penalty. There's no point even attempting to do the long lap. I would implore riders to do the long lap as it's part of the game, but still, it's entirely up to you which one you decide to do. rhyming accidentally. So the gap is almost 11 seconds to Sacred Meerkat. He's got this one signed, sealed and delivered. Well, I think that's it for my cup. I don't think I'm going to finish any higher than second. But still, nonetheless, turned up every single time, did my best. And we would have been cup winners if Meerkat wasn't here, so hey, that's something to get excited about, isn't it? As I mentioned, finishing bridesmaid to Meerkat is not the end of the world. In the end of the day, for me, may be wrong or may be right, but for me, it's just about making content for you guys. So as long as you enjoy the videos, then I'm very happy. Onto the brakes there. I did actually think I was going to cut the apex too tight there, or even worse, touch the outside apex and touch the track limits to get another warning. So Sergio has dropped to 5th place. He seems to be struggling as well, you know. With me struggling with so much time and loss, I thought he'd be right there with me. He must have burned up his tyre as well. Did he go for the same tyre as me? Surely not. I don't think so, but if that's the case, it's a bad call from the VR46 team. Got to try it though. When nothing's working, you've got to just go for it. We've seen it before, Vinales and Rossi and Jerez in 2020. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. It's just the way things go. The gamble, of course, Rossi for 2015 back in Argentina with the hard rear. Or the extra hard rear back then. Lasted the duration and beat Marc Marquez. As fact, Sergio... Oh, look at that left-hand side. It's like riding on wet now. He is really struggling. Sergio 23, though, he's fighting. He's certainly fighting. He did us a bit of a scrap with Charlie, and then he's done a scrap with Quesadilla. But what I can guarantee you is that Charlie is not on the soft rear. He is taking chunks of time away from me. I'm now down to 1.4 seconds. That's it. That's my long lap penalty. I got away with it, but very, very... Oh my god. I almost high-sided then. Here goes my podium chances. 3 laps to defend against the young man from Cheshire. I don't think it's going to happen. It's a battle of the Northwest, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think it's going to happen. I'll give it my best shot, I really will. Oh, Sergio's gone down. We never will know what position he would have finished it. Oh wait, no, he's still in 6th. He must have really gapped one wiggly boy then. That's a good spot. As long as we can finish together, we're right there amongst the other KTMs, but we cannot afford to lose more points to the KTMs. Look at the floor, look at that. Look at the bike bucking and weaving now under turning. I can't do anything on the left-hand side. We got so much more grip on the right. It's actually not been a bad lap this. I am really pushing now. Keep it together. And we should hold on for at least half a lap. I don't think I'll hold on any more than that, but late as we dare into the brakes then, into the left-hand side. It's getting a bit loose. It's getting a bit loose! Oh, no! Oh, that's it. That's the worst Quesadilla. Just let him pass. There's no point. There's no point in me jumping back onto the circuit. I'm just going to be an absolute danger to everyone. Ah, damn it. I might have been able to hold on to 4th. I don't... Oh, Sergio's gone down a 2nd time. Oh, look at it. I can't turn in. What a gamble. This has not paid off. Quesadilla and Charlie, 3rd and 4th respectively. Oh, that's going to destroy our team's championship now. I have made an absolute blunder. I can't believe it. We were ahead. I don't know by how much, but we were ahead. I don't think it was much. I think it was like 3 or 4 points at most. Ah, I can't believe it. I'll still retain 2nd for myself, but as far as the team's championship goes, that's in jeopardy now, isn't it? But even then, all it takes is one bad rider from the back to take one of us out, and that's it. Opens up the championship. Oh, that's it. There's nothing left. We have nothing left of this left-hand side of the rear tyre. Every time we get on the left-hand side now and bring on the power, it is just scary. One thing I'll mention though, the vibration in the DualSense controller right now on PC, with the tyres feeling that worn, is intense. Look at it, I can't even turn. Look at the state of that. This is ridiculous. You know what, I am actually glad that I've experienced this. but at the same time, I'm disappointed. I've only discovered and really experienced this now in a cup in the penultimate round. It's not the time to be chancing things. I should have gone for the medium rear. I just didn't like the medium rear. It just felt weird. I thought my strategy would be better to dive to the front, medium rear at hand, excuse me, soft rear at hand, and just go for it. This has not gone to plan. I'm sorry guys, I disappointed. Really disappointed myself in this one. I did it in Mugello as well in the sprint. Granted I wasn't feeling well for that one, but still. In fact, I haven't got any excuse. Sacred Meerkat has pulled his back. I mean, I think he has been pulling his back all season carrying the Ducati team, but still. He is playing injured. Jakey gets across the line now for second. Sacred Meerkat's already in turn 1 and turn 2. Someone's had an absolute shocker though. They're just approaching turn 8 right now. They have had a bad ride. No, they're not at turn 8 yet. Actually, this is turn 8 for the rider at the back of the grid there. Really devastating race for them. There's a good battle bit before us. I think that's where Surger 23 is with Gilzo and... who could it be? It could be Fox Knight in there as well, as a matter of fact. Not entirely sure. But this is it, guys and girls. This is the final lap of today's race. And you know what? Now that the rear tyre has basically disappeared and died on us, it actually feels a little bit better. I didn't think I'd be saying that in this part of the video, but the left-hand side of that rear actually felt better going on to turn 2. So I might actually be able to hold on to 5th. Not great, but yeah, it's not good either. It's not great, but I guess it's not bad. It's just okay. Yeah, this actually feels better now. What the hell? I remember this happening in the wet weather race we had in the live GP, where we all stayed out on the dries, on the slick, on the wets, apologies, and the dry weather came. The wet weather just disappeared, and the tyre actually felt better as we went on. I think the tyre completely delaminated. This one is just going to explode. 1.7 seconds I'm losing per lap. What a shocker. I look like an absolute amateur right now. These lap times are bad for me, really bad. My lap times weren't good anyway, but now it looks even worse. So feast your eyes in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, boys and girls. You are about to witness the blue tile get across the line, and when that blue paddle gets across the line, the blue tile on the graphic wins this race. It does mean that Sacred Meerkat is the DrAce Academy MotoGP 23 Cup winner. Beautifully done to Meerkat. Jakey will finish in second, and it looks to be Charlie and Quesadilla are going to have a very close exchange going into the final corner, and one of them will finish out on top. I've messed it up into the final corner, and Calvin is right behind me now, but across the line I think Charlie bested Quesadilla, and he will take his first podium since Estoril Mugello? I don't remember, one of them before it. Apologies, I'm not fully caught up to date, but yeah, that's a disappointment for me. Bad race. So, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. There is your Ace Academy Cup winner. Congratulations to Sacred Meerkat, Jakey second, Charlie third, Quesadilla fourth, and there's me in a very disappointing 5th. Guys and girls, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.